It's the evening of March 26th in Tbilisi, a day that will go down in Georgian football history. In a thrilling game, Georgia has just beaten Greece on penalties, qualifying for the European Championship for the very first time. At a Georgian League derby in the same stadium a few weeks later, the fans are still fired up by the win in March. I'm so happy, not just my generation, but the whole country has been waiting for this. I'm glad we qualified.
This means more than anything to me. I was 5 years old when my father took me along to see my first match of the national team. I'm so happy this dream has come true.
But this is another side of Georgia. Just a few kilometers from the stadium, thousands demonstrate almost every evening. The police do not shy from responding with force. They are protesting the government's draft law, which they see as pro-Russian. If passed, the law would designate NGOs and media as foreign agents if they receive more than 20% of their funding from abroad. It would also endanger Georgia's hopes of EU accession, hopes held by 80% of the population. We're all against this pro-Russian law. We do not want our state to accept it. It is an insult to Georgians. The political protest has long since reached the country's stadiums. Dinamo Tbilisi is Georgia's most successful club, producing the most international players, and is firmly behind the demonstrators. Our country wants a European future, reads one of the club's Facebook posts. We stand for European values. Our future is with Europe, reads another. Roman Pipia is the president of Dinamo Tbilisi. He proudly says that his club was the first to take a public stand.
We are Europeans in spirit. We are a freedom-loving nation, and freedom is best seen in Europe, where one can determine one's own position and rights. And with this unity, we should try to open negotiations on joining the European Union.
Pipia has been harassed by the Georgian government for such statements, but he doesn't want to talk about it on camera. Several national team players have also spoken out on social media. Georgi Chagvedadze, for example, wrote, "It's hard to watch how they are treating my compatriots," alluding to the police violence. Withdraw the law, then we can live together, as we did on March 26th. Political analyst Nino Samkaradze is following the footballers' statements closely. She studies Georgian football and its influence on politics and society.
He was called back. Those statements made by individual football players plus different local clubs are very valuable for us, for pro-democratic powers. They can influence, encourage the protests outside.
Levan Kobiashvili, the Georgian Football Association president, sits on the other side of the conflict. He is a member of parliament for the ruling Georgian Dream Party and voted for the law. The players, he claims, are not taking a stand voluntarily.
Anyone is entitled to their opinion and to express it over social media or through statements. But I do not accept one side or another pressuring people to take sides.
Can you say who specifically?
I could, but I don't want to go into detail. But it was a mistake, and everyone in Georgia knows it.
His football club receives many millions of euros in support from UEFA. But he sees no contradiction in wanting to hinder NGOs from receiving financial support from abroad. The government is keen to tout the national team's success, hoping that the protests will subside and Georgians will focus more on the European Championships. But the demonstrators are not backing down. They may well find themselves watching the games from the streets.